the card visually changes. The paper instantaneously turns into money. The paper clips impossibly link. The magician takes a coin and pushes it straight through the glass. The 10 of diamonds is placed on top of the deck, and then it slowly and visually vanishes. This is one of the most visual tricks ever created. Stay till the end and I'll show you how it's done. Hey, how's it going everybody? Oscar Owen here, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you some incredible magic tricks that anybody can do. I've made sure that these tricks are both visual and easy to perform so that you can start performing them right away. The magician takes a coin and then pushes it through the bottom of the solid glass. Let me show you that again. He takes the coin and it goes straight through the glass. This is one of my favourite tricks to do because it's so easy, quick and visual. All you need is any coin and a glass. The bigger the coin, the better and easier this will be. Show the coin and then place it in classic palm here. This is when you place the coin roughly in the middle of your palm and then use your thumb muscle to come in like this so that you can turn your hand over and the coin remains there. So show the coin, place it into classic palm, and then simply pretend to toss it into your other hand, but just palm it as you do that. This is called a false transfer, so it looks like that. In reality, the coin is still here. Now all you need to do is come over and hold the glass like this. Obviously the coin is still here. Then tap the glass 3 times in your hand. You go 1, 2, and on the 3rd tap, release your thumb and the coin will fall out and it will look as if the coin has gone through the glass into the cup. This is a quick trick you can do anytime you have 2 paper clips. The magician takes 2 paper clips and then visually links them. This is the perfect trick to do in school or at an office where you have paper clips lying around. This is a really easy effect you can learn in about 3 seconds. So you get 2 paper clips, and then what you need to do is bend the long bit of one of the paper clips up ever so slightly, as you can see here. So place the bent paper clip in your right hand and the other one in your left hand, and you want to begin by displaying the 2 parts that are definitely impossible to link. So these 2 bits, not these 2 bits. Display these 2 bits of the paperclip and then try and go 1, 2, 3, you can't link them, 1, 2, 3, you can't link them, and then move your hands sideways, and as you do this, just flip the bent paperclip around so now the bent bit is showing here. And then on the 3rd tap, you simply push the bent bit of the paperclip through the other one, just like this, as you can see there. Then hold the bent paperclip in your hand and show that the 2 are impossibly linked. So at full speed, it looks like this. You go 1, 2, 3, and they look linked like that. The magician takes some blank paper and it instantly turns into money. This is one of the most visual tricks I know. To do this trick, you need a banknote and a piece of paper that is exactly the same size. Fold the banknote and the paper in half. With both of them folded, stick one side of the banknote onto the paper as shown. You can use glue or double-sided tape. This will create a gimmick that looks like this. 2 sides are stuck together and 2 sides are free. Open up the gimmick so that only the paper side shows. You will notice that there's a crease from where you folded it down the middle. Get some double-sided tape and stick it just to the side of the crease. This means that when you close it up like this and then try and reopen it, tension builds in the paper. The gimmick is now made. Once you've made the gimmick, performing the trick is really simple. What you need to do is fold it up like this and then open it up so the paper side comes out. You will notice that there's tension when you pull on the paper, and when you release your first finger here, this will flip open like that. Now obviously you need to do this at full speed and it will open. You just square it up like that, and then you can release this hand and it creates the illusion that it's just a normal banknote. Because this is quite angle sensitive, you can then immediately put this away into your top pocket. This is a good opener if there's someone directly in front of you and you want a quick, fast trick that looks good and hits hard. If you are interested in learning incredible card tricks, then check out my course, Card Magic Pro. Inside the course, you will learn everything you need to know about card magic, starting from the very basic cuts and shuffles, all the way up to more advanced tricks and flourishes. I've also thrown in some bonus tutorials, such as how to roll a coin down your hand and how to flick a pen around your fingers. Over 1,000 people have already joined the course, and they've said how they learned more using this course in 2 weeks than they did in 6 months learning magic from YouTube. So check out Card Magic Pro in the first link in the description. The card slowly and visually changes. In order to do this trick, you need 2 cards. Put a piece of double-sided tape or sellotape wrapped over twice on the top of one card, and then place the other card on top and align up the edges perfectly. This creates a flap system. Now all you need to do is have a glass. So show the card as single and then come over, and all you're doing is grabbing onto the card with your middle finger and pushing it down. And as you can see, this reveals the card behind, but from the front point of view, it looks as if the card has magically changed. The magician has a ring and a fork. The ring fits onto the fork. He takes off the ring and tries to throw it onto the fork. Of course, this doesn't work, so he decides to try again. He takes the ring and magically throws it onto the fork. To begin, place the ring on the fork and hold the fork like this, take off the ring and try and throw it onto the fork. Obviously this won't work, but it builds up for what's about to happen. Put the ring back on the fork and then go back into the same position. So have your middle finger and first finger on the fork like this, and the ring on top and your thumb behind. Then what's going to happen is your hand comes over and just pretends to lift the ring off the fork and have it in this hand. At the same time, as your hand comes over, you're just going to drop the ring below the first finger here, so it's out of sight. And this creates the really convincing illusion that you've actually taken the ring. The spectator thinks it's in your hand. Pretend to throw the ring onto the fork and drop it down at the same time. So at full speed, it looks like this. You take the ring and then throw it onto the fork. I'm about to show you one of the most visual card vanishes ever. The magician puts the 10 of diamonds on the top of the deck. He then rubs the 10 and it slowly and visually vanishes. In order to do this trick, you need to let the spectator choose any card that they like. In this case, it's the Ace of Spades. Leave the Ace of Spades sticking halfway up the deck like this. Then what you need to do is come in with your other hand, and essentially what you're doing is sliding this card here back with your palm and then over the Ace of Spades like that. This is quite easy to do with a little bit of practice. So your hand comes over and covers the ace of spades, and then you want to show the ace one more time. That's what justifies moving this card backwards. So your hand comes over and the palm contacts the blue card. You move it backwards to show the ace, and then move it forwards and place it on top. Now you're in this position here. Rotate your hand round sideways and then slowly rub your hand, and it will really look as if the ace is vanishing because it's not reappearing up here. Once your hand completely covers the ace, use your first finger to reach out and pull the ace back into the deck. So your hand is over the ace, push it into the deck, and then pretend to grab it and make it vanish.